What are some signs a man is not walking in his purpose? Number one sign that a man is not walking in his purpose is when he's selfish. When a man is selfish. Um, the thing about a man, the Bible says, leave and cleave for a man. A man leaves his home and cleave to his wife. There's something about cleaving. There's something about sacrificing. You cannot be selfish and be in purpose. You cannot be about yourself and be in purpose. And a man has to be able to have foresight and a sight of sacrifice where they're able to say, okay, I can't. That's why if you want to be selfish as a man, stay alone. Because once you become a husband, your life is cut in half. Once you have children, that time of halftime is cut in half. And you got to have a sacrificial mindset. You got to have a foresight mindset, generational wealth mindset, my kids' mindset, generation to generations mindset, so that you will eliminate self, so that your selflessness can support your relationship. So the number one sign of a man not walking in his purpose is when he is selfish. Number two, his relationship with God is not intimate. The relationship with God is not intimate. The number one sign, because how can you walk in purpose if your relationship with God is not intimate? If you and God are not close, if you and God are not fellowship, if you and God are not on friendship level, if you and God are not in father-son relationship, then you're not going to be able to walk in purpose. Because when a man is not intimate with God, he cannot be a good decision maker for his family. See, a man's purpose has to be beyond ambitious pursuits. A man's purpose has to be eternal. A man's purpose has to be generational. A man's purpose has to be into such a degree where his whole mindset is ensuring his kids, great grandkids, kids is set up. See, one thing about the S.I.G.N name, my goal is to make sure that everyone who is birthed through me and my wife treasures that last name. Because I want my last name to be so valuable that no matter where I go, if they hear the name Ezzy, my kids have favor. Oh, you're an Ezzy? You're Joshua Ezzy's son? You're Joshua Ezzy's daughter? Oh, you're Joshua Ezzy's wife? And the favor of God is on those lives who are intimately involved with him. So when a man is not intimate with God, is not engaged in God, is not involved in the things of God, he is not going to be able to walk in purpose. Another sign that a man is not walking in purpose, he doesn't have a good grip of himself. He doesn't have a good grip. And what I mean by that is it's hard to walk in purpose when things have a grip of you. When things got you by the throat, and you're not able to full throttle go after things of God, it's gonna be very hard for you to walk in your purpose. And one thing I want to say about purpose is about ambitions, that a lot of young men are so ambitious that they'll run their family over for people that's not in a family. I had to check myself because my ministry had a grip of me. My ministry had gotten me at one point, and I was setting myself up to be a failure as a husband because of what grabbed me, what had a grip of me. And it kept me from walking in my holistic purpose. The purpose of a man is not just provision. It's also to be a priest. It's also to be a provider. It's also to be a pastor. It's also to be so many other things to ensure that everything under his tutelage, everything up under his jurisdiction is protected. So purpose cannot be about how big my ministry can get, how big my business can get. It's got to be about how happy and how whole and how well my family is. Because if the family's not good and my fellowship with God is not good, and I have other things grabbing at me and pulling me away, I can't walk in full holistic purpose. Another sign that a man is not walking in his purpose is when he can't say no and have deep needs. When a man can't say no, that man can't go. And what I mean by, you got to be able to tell that girl no, that extra woman no, that opportunity no, that plate no, whatever. You got to be able to say no, because in order for you to fulfill your purpose, in order for you to understand and be able to operate under God's yes to receive his best, you got to say no to the rest. You got to be able to say no. Another sign that a man is not walking or can't walk in his purpose is when he have deep needs. See, the only thing a man needs in this world is God. Everything else should be a want. Because even if you need water, even if you need food, that turns into perversion. The only thing I need is God because that's my source. Yes, of course we need water. Yes, of course we need food. But what I'm saying is my ultimate capital N need is God. And what I mean by that is when all I need is God, when there's a water shortage and a food shortage, I won't become a cannibalist, a cannibal. I won't come out there and rob people for their water. I will sit back and trust that all I need is you, God, and you will provide all my needs according to your riches and glory. And so when a man has deep needs, deep longings, he end up falling into perversion and not flowing into purpose. So number one sign that a young man, a man is not walking in purpose is when they are selfish. Number two, their intimate relationship with God is not strong. Number three, something else got a grip on them. And they can't say no, and they have deep needs. And another reason a man cannot walk in purpose, he can't discern seasons. He can't discern seasons. You got to be able to know the seasons between going hard and resting hard. Knowing seasons, because purpose is too huge, man. And if you can't say no, if you are selfish, if your relationship with God is not thriving in an intimate way, if things still have a grip on you and you can't say no, and you have deep needs, and you can't be able to tell the signs of the times and the season that you're current in, it's going to be very hard to walk in purpose. And one S that I want to make sure I end with: the greatest position a man will ever hold, the greatest title a man will ever have is son. If you don't understand that you're a son of God, you will not be a great husband of God. You won't be a great father of God. You won't be a great man of God. In order to be the amazing man of God, in order to be a great husband of God, in order to be a great father of God, in order to be a great businessman of God, no matter what title you hold, if you don't understand sonship, all these other relationships will crash. You have to be able to be that young son to God, that son of God that says, hey, God, I trust you. Lead me, guide me. I'll lead whatever you need me to do, I'll do. And if you can't be led by the Spirit of God, if you can't be led as a son of God, you're not going to be able to fulfill the purposes of God. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. And if you want to engage more content, make sure you check out the videos over here. If you want to learn more about the books that I've written or the cards that I've created or ways that you can support and engage with what I do online, make sure you check out the links in the description box below. And if you've been watching this far, you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and subscribe, hit that bell, and make sure you leave a comment. I would love to read it and would love to engage and be your coach online. I'll see you on the next video. Peace.